Hello, welcome to the ODivaZ ride this morning. I'm just getting ready to get underway. It's a minute or so to go. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Discord channel leaving. I don't know. Hey, that's good. I was leaving this morning. Morning, Jesse.
Morning. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
As it says, that's the problem.
Is that the punchline to a joke?
Saying, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, it's not working. We can hear you just fine.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hey, Paddy.
Ready?
Hey, nice riding yesterday, mate.
Yeah, you really nailed that sprint. But then again, I knew your mom was watching, so I didn't push it.
It's like
I should have let you know I was going and so you could follow me out. Sorry. Look after teammates here.
I love how this should be like the biggest slam. We all know is he was really, your mom really was watching.
Oh,
Okay.
the fence has just disappeared on me. Oh, so has the lead.
You've been demoted.
Megan probably, or someone higher up the list probably joined.
Yeah, I'm guessing Charisse did.
Looks like I'm. Yeah, I see Charisse in the pen. It says finding riders.
Yeah, she's up ahead now.
Here we go.
The ride started, is it?
Yes.
My mum is watching right now, just so be nice.
Stop putting me in then.
Morning, Frank.
Us tell jokes about you and your mom? Never. Morning, Margaret, or afternoon, whatever it is for you.
So I came up with another solution so I could read the notifications, the like and the follow notifications.
Oh, yeah?
Move my monitor closer. Hey, we've got Don in.
I think this group's moving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
way
they're
behind.
pushing.
I'm catching up.
Strung out.
Yeah.
Probably just because of this small rise and then downhill. It'll come back together. Unless it's just because Charisse is a terrible ride lead. No, she's not, obviously. I'm just hoping she was listening so she would feel offended. She's not. At least not in Discord. Yet.
With the leader now. Yeah, Frank. Back home. Again. Riding around London. Although London's about 350 miles from home. My other home. But I do enjoy riding around it. Now I'm ahead of the leader. What am I doing? Oh, we've got cameras in now. Let's bring those into this one.
Is that a blog show? Discord? Good no. Discord is.
So I had a ride a couple of weeks ago where I didn't turn the fence on immediately. And shortly after the start of the ride, the fence control just disappeared. I thought that's what had happened here until I realised that the beacon had disappeared off me as well. Anyway, good to have you back, Justin.
Hey. What? Grinch Dwarf is saying he likes my music better than yours, apparently. Aren't we playing the same exact music?
We are.
Oh, Grinch Dwarf. Oh, man.
At least you sing now and again.
What? Wait, so,
Well, I'm
so what?
back for a couple days and then I'm off for a while.
Grinch is watching your stream and not mine. I'm hurt.
He commented on my channel, not the main one. Oh, yours is too soft. Oh, he just needs a little more oomph, a little more volume.
Some more oomph. Okay.
Welcome, Charisse. Glad to have you.
Good morning. How's it going, guys? Thanks for covering me, Andy.
No problem.
I don't even know where it threw me when I started. I thought about that and I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't even get in here.
Yeah, I've had quite a few last minute entries.
Yeah.
Good morning, you all.
Good morning. So Andy, I was saying that I'm back, but then starting Friday, I'll be gone for a bit over a week.
Yeah.
Travel for a race, and then we're doing a vacation to Yellowstone. So
Nice.
Are you doing MotoSurf?
yep.
Oh. You excited? Ready?
I'm doing it. I've got.
What race is that, Wagsy?
It's a 204-mile-long point-to-point race with 3 mountain passes. That's about 8,000 to 9,000 feet of climbing over that much distance. And most of the climbing is in the first 100 miles. It's the longest one-day USA cycling sanctioned race.
It's so fun.
Sounds like
really.
an effort.
Tiffany's doing it, and she's gonna kick some butt.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's like the strongest she's ever been right now.
It's not like there's any pressure on us or anything. It's not like our team's holding the title for 3 years running now or anything. There's no pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And what
So
makes
that should
things
take you a few hours, right? How long
Yeah.
do you think?
around 9.
Yeah.
Ours is around 10 for the women, right under 10.
There's a guy who has won this himself like 4 or 5 times over the years, but hadn't been racing for a few years. And now he's racing again, and he's won every race that we've had locally. So yeah, we got a
Bodes
race
well
against
for
him.
you.
Yeah, right. He also happens to be the owner of Beetroot Pro and Endurance 360.
So Beetroot does work then.
He was fast before Beetroot Pro existed.
I thought you
He
were going to
used
say
the
he was
Beetroot
faster
Pro to
than
make
Bussy.
money off his speed. Oh, Andy, going for it.
Nice. Oops, forgot to announce that one. I'm a little off my game this morning. Gee.
It's all good.
Full one.
Doesn't count that I teach right before, and so if everything's not set up just right when I come home, then we have problems.
Hey, he's got the green.
Work.
That I did.
Good work.
I also got a green feather.
Did this ride start with the option of a fence, Andy?
Yeah, I had the fence up.
Oh, nice.
But, a couple
Apparently, it
of weeks
doesn't switch ride leaders very well.
Obviously, it doesn't.
A couple of weeks ago, I had the fence control just disappear on me when I was leading a ride.
That's funny.
It was there when we were in the pen. I'll just after we exited the pen, because you can't turn it on straight away.
Yeah.
And
And did the ride leader change
No.
on that ride as well, or not?
no,
That's weird.
Hey, Jorge.
I think that was the Monday evening ODivaZ ride a couple of weeks ago. All these ODZ jerseys.
So we've had crazy wind yesterday, and it's supposed to have more today.
Yeah, I've heard
How
that.
far does that reach? Because like I know there's like the fires and stuff in Oregon. I wasn't sure if they were getting the same crazy winds or if it was just fires on top of it. I was wondering if it was just like in the west or if like the whole nation's been getting tons of wind. Apparently I'm not a
We're not.
meteorologist.
Yeah, we're
No
getting
wind?
there. No wind.
And the temperature dropped like 40 degrees. Like the high today is going to be like 50.
I saw that
Because of all
snow
the
in
wind.
places. Yeah.
Yeah. People were showing pictures of the finish line in Jackson, or not too far from it, with snow.
Yeah.
We're like, oh no.
What's the temp supposed to be there like this weekend?
Well, I've been looking at the forecast, and it's always said the starting temperature was still in the 50s, which I didn't believe. So, but it was saying finishing somewhere in the 70s. There's this app called Epic Ride Weather. You feed it a big route. You tell it when you're starting, and then it'll give you a graph of projected temperature along the route as you complete it. So you tell it how fast you go. It gives a pretty good estimate of wind direction along the route, as well as temperature, etc.
Oh, that's cool.
Something I haven't shared the screen up. There we go.
Swap this so I can. So you see this picture that Patrick posted in Discord? Apparently it's the bot from Zwift saying, in Watopia, you never have to worry about having to wang on the anchors. What does that even mean? Why did they use the word weighing?
Cyclists?
Okay. That's a new one.
Andy, what position are you?
Right in front of you. 130th.
It doesn't show on mine.
I'm 100th, and I'm pretty close to the pack, front of the pack that you're in, Therese.
You're not going to use your mum voice, are you?
I'll post this summary in Discord, Therese, that shows the current projections for loaded. You can see what, so you can see what the app does.
Cool.
There you go. It's in there.
Check it out.
Problem.
That's cool. I'll have to give it to Tiffany.
Sure. Although that forecast will probably change daily.
Yeah, sure.
The app is like $8 for a year. Like, I didn't want to pay for it. And then I was going to do an epic ride, and I was like, the forecast for that ride is worth $8.
Worth it.
And then I have it for a year. So, I'm sure you guys have seen the streams we've done of Soul.bike, Soul Cycling, the Mars game.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, Allison Kubota did a stream of it. She seemed to like it. She's been around the Zwift community for a while, but somebody asked her in the comments, "Is this from CV Arcade?" And she says, "No. This is an ODZ product."
What?
I saw that.
So I sent it to the developer. I said, "It looks like you bleed ODZ now, buddy." And he goes, "Hey, that's a huge compliment. I'll take it." Maybe I should give him a Kraken Club entry for getting our kit in the game, huh? Make him
Yeah,
truly
there
part
you
of the club. And their release notes, when they put our kit in the game, it says, "We added a really sweet ODZ kit. Go ask TeamODZ how to unlock it."
Nice.
link my little video showing the kit off. I'll create another one of those now. I've got a better processor and what have you, be a bit smoother.
And I think he, so I was playing with that camera angle 3 where you can move it around.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the center of the frame was always above the rider's head. You couldn't get like a full screen shot of the kit. I think they adjusted that. I think they moved the focus point to like the rider's hips on view 3.
Yeah, they said they had made some improvements on the last update.
Yeah.
So I didn't try switching to camera 3. I know just Jason was playing around with a couple of these.
Good morning, Jerry.
Hey Jerry.
Oh, the good old ant versus Bluetooth discussion still happening 5 years later. The debate that keeps on giving. I think the problem is, it's not the same answer for everyone. There's so many variables that sometimes one works for everyone and the other one works better for somebody else.
Yeah. Indeed.
Jerry said it's breakfast time. Yeah. Another 20 minutes or so and I'll start thinking about what I'm going to have for breakfast. New wireless card when I built this computer up. At the moment it's got 2 huge antennas sticking out the back of the case.
Yes.
The case has built-in antennas. Only the connectors are different than on the card itself, so I've got a couple of
So you have like
coming.
So you've got 4 really bulky N-type connectors to make the transition.
Yeah, into Andrew's Heliax LDF 450.
Yeah.
Did I share that photograph of my my HT Justin on the end of some pinching a
Oh yes,
7/8L Heliax? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the antenna was like hundreds of times bigger than the actual radio.
The coaxial cable, yeah.
Yeah. It just the cable to the antenna was way bigger than the radio.
Yeah, so they're coming from China, those the adapter cables that I've ordered. Well, they cleared customs yesterday, so hopefully not too much longer.
I had a fun electronics project on Monday. Our family's digital keyboard, the volume stopped going over 30%. Like you can slide the volume slider and it works until about 30%. What's up, Shane? Glad to have you. And then you can hear it like scratch. It goes scratchy and then it goes away and there's no volume. So
yeah,
I took it apart and I bypassed that. I'm going to use a big word here, potentiometer, which is the volume control knob. And got it to go full volume. So I was like, I just need a new volume knob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I replaced the one on our digital baby grand piano a little while ago. The kids would be playing.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find the same. Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I couldn't find the exact same physical slider on DigiKey or Mouser. So I'm gonna drill a hole inside of the piano and put a new knob.
Oh man.
My wife's like, it's actually good. If you put it behind the piano, then most of the kids won't be able to adjust the volume. That's
There you
perfect.
go.
So
Why
yeah,
it broke.
I did find a
Good
drop-in
point.
replacement for mine.
I could find a slider with the same travel, mounting type, and audio, because you need to have it be a audio.
Got to be logarithmic, yeah.
Yes, not linear.
Yeah.
I mean, Sharice knows that, obviously. But it was a 12-week ordering time. It was like, yeah, and you probably have to order like 1,000 of them or something. So they had the same thing with a linear filter available immediately, but the dual channel audio ones weren't available. So because the way it works is they actually feed the line input to the final stage amplifier goes through that potentiometer, and so there's two channels that go through it, left and right channel.
See, I was working a slightly different way. Just send a DC voltage into the MIDI electronics, and the digital potentiometer in there. So when it went open circuit, it just went full volume.
Yeah, open circuit on mine is no volume. But to test it, I shorted the input to the output on the potentiometer and got full volume.
Yeah.
And said, okay. So a little bit of MacGyver going on.
Nice work.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Stephanie, will you just grab this wire and touch it? She's like, I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding me? I'm going to blow up.
You can see there's plenty of trust in that relationship.
All she saw was a bunch of open electronics. When she was dusting it, I was like, be careful what you touch in there. It was still plugged in. And then I gave her a piece of bare wire and asked her to short 2 pins. Okay, it wasn't completely bare. It was just the ends.
My USB HDMI capture device turned up yesterday.
Nice. The Elgato one?
No,
Or the
cheapo
okay.
one. Yeah, you do right to laugh. To say that it can capture 1080p at 60 frames a second, it can intermittently.
Oh no.
720p into it, it's fine, but before 1080p is it? No.
Yeah, I can capture 1080p at 2 frames a minute. Did I tell you about the H.264 encoder I was working on, where the bandwidth to the memory was so tight that it was almost to the point where NTSC would work, but PAL wouldn't?
Sounds like Jason and his processor and got this card on.
Right? There was a little bit more headroom than that, but it was honestly, we were like, well, we might have to tell you at the end of the day that only NTSC works and PAL doesn't.
Right.
Clearly it wasn't designed for that purpose when they built the hardware.
Yeah. No, I know all about the differences in bandwidth for those two, because like, I still do own quite a few movies on Laserdisc. And with a PAL Laserdisc, there wasn't the space for an AC3 soundtrack, whereas on the NTSC discs there was. So when the Star Wars trilogy was released, I bought both the UK and the US releases so that I could make my mind up whether I wanted a better picture from PAL and no Dolby Digital soundtrack, or I could watch the NTSC one and have the Dolby Digital soundtrack.
And Kev's like, why would you leave your pals out of it? That seems antisocial.
Trust ain't something you can buy. That look that's in your eyes, I'll kiss it all goodbye. No lies.
My rider list is interesting. There's somebody who's directly behind me in the rider list, in between me and Max Szymanski, but they say that he's 25 minutes behind me.
So funny.
Maybe that's a whole... No, not Max. It's saying that the guy that was in between me and you on the rider list, G. Oakson, he's only gone 4.8 kilometers. He's supposedly right next to me, but he's 25 minutes behind us. Maybe it's one lap. Maybe he's a lap down. Late join with a lap down, maybe. Do you see that same? Anybody else see that same guy in the pack?
Yeah, I got him, but he's on 0 seconds, so he's at the same time, but obviously different mileage.
Yeah.
He must be a late join.
Just see him at 8.2 miles.
I normally open my door to the outside to cool it down a bit in here, but it is 42 degrees outside right now. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Do you open the door to the house instead to warm it up?
Yeah, right?
42 Celsius?
No. Hope not. That would be
It's
terrible.
going to be a hot day.
Yeah, right? If it's 42 Celsius at 5 a.m., get ready to die if that's the case. Or maybe you're just in Alaska where the sun never changes all day long. But it also doesn't get 42 degrees Celsius. I don't think.
The world would be in trouble if it did in Alaska.
You're right. The rivers in Brazil would overflow from all the melting glaciers in Alaska.
We'd have polar bears wandering the neighborhoods in Chicago looking for some ice.
I know Colorado had some really red suns yesterday, even when it's fairly high in the sky. Ours was orange here in Wisconsin, and the smoke from the wildfires traveled that far.
Oh, yeah?
Nice sunset.
Well, this was 11 o'clock in the morning. The sun was orange.
So, Greg Magnus is like a handful of miles away from an actively burning massive fire, and it's getting very close to an eviction notice on his house. Like, so much that he took pictures of everything in his house yesterday just in case they're told to abandon. So he'll have evidence of everything insurance has to buy.
Keep the bikes and the trainer on the cars at all times. So,
yeah, he said, we've packed up everything that can't be replaced, and we'll just leave everything else. And then Ian's like, okay, good. So you've got the bikes packed, And you're gonna leave the kids at home with a water hose.
Nice.
No heart. I can see Ian opening a daddy daycare centre.
Oh man. It would be just like the but no, it wouldn't be like the Daddy Daycare movie. What's the one with The Rock? Is that Daddy Daycare? When The Rock is the babysitter
Yeah, I think
and they fight and they like fight off these spies.
yeah.
Did you guys see The Rock's video about getting corona, him and his family?
Nope.
Yeah, him and his wife and 2 young kids were all diagnosed with it. He said he got a family friend when they were having like a little get together at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, so there's going to be some new rules about get-togethers. Laying down the hammer about people coming over now. Fortunate for anybody who gets it. I've known some people that on here that have gotten it. It really zaps their all the riding all the build-up that they've done to help themselves. They got to kind of start months behind.
My
in the training.
cousin's in her 30s, I'm pretty sure, 40s tops, young 40s tops, and she got it, was hospitalized, had to be on oxygen, and even after she's not hospitalized, like she's still just like does not have her lung capacity back.
It takes a while to get back to normal,
Yeah.
if there is a normal.
Yeah.
She wasn't exactly an avid cyclist shape, but she's still pretty young.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you being in shape or not has any effect on how much it affects you, honestly.
No, I'd agree with that.
I think so, yeah.
It's like cancer. Cancer doesn't care if you're in shape or not.
Right, exactly. I'm also unsure of whether or not wearing a mask. Okay, I'm just kidding. Just poking the bear. Just poking the bear.
And now back to dad jokes.
Lost and Bluetooth.
Yeah.
You prefer dad jokes over that? Okay.
Yes.
'Cause that's how I make everyone enjoy my dad joke.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
This
appreciate
is all
it.
a setup.
I really appreciate it now.
Well, you've had enough of COVID crap? Well, here's a dad joke.
Gear us up, eh?
Adam, I won't give any spoilers for the Tour de France. Okay, just one. I believe Lance is in yellow. Oh my gosh. How come he's not on Discord? He's usually on Discord. Oh, maybe he's watching the tour. The tour's probably already started. Oh. I back off a little bit here. Apparently I'm in that group that's pulling away from
Yeah.
Charisse.
Bring it back. There's
Bring
a few
it back,
of you.
y'all.
There's a
Bring it
few
back,
of you. No,
yo.
I'm not going to say names.
What year is it again?
What up?
Hey, I knew we could get you in here.
Just I had the tour
Watching
on,
the tour.
and music on.
Called it.
So we saw-
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Watching Lance in yellow.
Yeah. I didn't know if you guys can see anything that I was writing because I don't see everyone on the side of my screen, but I do see all the chat coming up.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's his excuse for why he's off the front. I just can't see any of the riders. I mean, I can't see that Charisse is like 10 minutes behind me. I can't see that.
I'm right in front of her, and I don't see her yellow.
No, I don't
My
see the.
my list.
I don't see the.
I'm like right behind. She'd be right in front of me.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly the same. I can see you on the ride with the beacon, Charisse, but not in the rider list.
Well, that's weird.
And I just
I'm
looked
right
in
behind
there.
you.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
see-
because you late. Didn't you late join?
I can see her in the.
Yeah.
I can see her in the rider list, but I late joined also.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
two
I
rides
late
in
joined
one.
just after her.
I late joined as well, so maybe that's a late join thing.
What are you guys talking about? Late join has no
The late
bugs whatsoever.
joiner. Woo, woo.
It lasts for the whole entire ride, and it's perfectly perfect.
Can you guys hear Justin?
Whoa,
Unfortunately, yes. I just say it because I knew somebody had it queued up, ready to say.
Sound like
That's
blah,
all.
blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. What's up, Matt?
What's up?
He came here to tell us to not chase teammates because he's off in a breakaway.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go. Ready? Don't you dare chase me. I think that's all I know how to
Got
say.
that jersey.
Use your arrow.
2.7, Reese.
Yeah, we're going big.
What?
Front group should just stay pace. Front group should just stay pace. Front group should just stay pace.
J-Flo, you got
Everything-
feedback.
Everything
Front
repeated.
group.
Gotcha.
J-Flo. It's looping to J-Flo.
You don't want to hear
I
that
was
much
like,
of Reese?
Reese just said the same
Yeah,
thing
I
5
think
times
3
over.
times.
I know.
Like, I mean, I know she's a mom, but
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a bit past mom level.
Yeah.
Okay, we got your point on the third.
But you didn't fix your behavior, Max, so she had to keep going.
I'm behaving right here.
Backpack.
That's funny. I said, put on your shoes.
Where are your shoes? Find your shoes. Come on.
You're silly. You don't need to put your shoes on for homeschool. What are you talking about?
Right?
Nobody wears shoes to school anymore. I barely get underwear on here.
Whoa, hello. What kind of homeschool you running, bro?
The nudist.
We're
Homeschool's
not
cool
streaming.
now. When Justin did it wasn't cool.
Are they climbing today in the mountains?
No, it's a pretty flat stage today.
Is it?
Yesterday was very flat.
Yesterday was flat, but it turned out to be awesome with that front crosswind.
Oh, I think it was also the what do they call it? The road furniture
the 5 crashes.
Yeah, that was insane.
Ugh. That's the stage that I would pass on and be like, you know what? Barreling 30 plus miles an hour through city streets for 100 miles where there's roundabouts and road furniture every 100 feet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pass.
My throat is kind of sore, and I think I have a fever.
Right?
Yeah, it's the last sprinter stage today, Adam.
Oh, it is. Okay.
See the picture
Let's
of Scoins getting up from his crash? Both sides of his shorts were ripped. Like,
Oh my god.
just his chamois was connected. You could see cheeks on both sides. He's like, don't let that chamois slip, bro. You're not getting that thing back.
Speaking of sprints, here's your chance, Paddy.
No, I'm saving it for Friday, bro.
Friday Ebb.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice work.
Today's winner, I'm gonna go with Peter Sagan. Finally getting the right move, the right
No
wheel,
chance.
and winning.
I think he needs a bit of a hard finish to get rid of Bennett and Trenton.
Oh, don't forget the little Aussie guy,
Caleb Ewan.
Caleb Ewan might.
How far back was he yesterday?
The peloton.
He was like,
He was second
it wasn't,
yesterday. Caleb
Ewan
was
wasn't second yesterday.
Yeah,
No,
he
it was, wasn't it
I thought
Bennett,
it was Bennett.
Bennett
Ewan, and then
Trentin?
Sagan.
Oh no, you're right, it was. He was second. I thought Trentin was up there, but Trentin was in the intermediate sprint. We're just giving all the spoilers away. Whatever.
Sorry, those are past spoilers though. If you didn't look up yesterday. Sorry,
I mean,
everyone.
spoiler, Sagan's going for the green jersey. Oh, no, I didn't know it. Did anybody watch the stage where his team fought to get him back the green jersey?
Unbelievable stage. That was so good.
It was like a 100-mile long day with just a few small Cat 4, Cat 3 climbs. And the first one with points on offer was like 7 miles into the stage. So the guy in the KOM jersey goes up the road immediately to get more points, thinking the peloton will just let him float over the first climb. And then all of a sudden, they hit the base of the climb, and Bora Hansgrohe is on the front of the peloton doing a team time trial, going all out to drop the rest of the sprinters. Because the first sprint was at like, what, 60 miles into the day? And they attacked like 50 plus miles away. Dropped all the sprinters and then carried Sagan in to the sprint and put like 14, those sprinters were like 15 minutes back at the end of the day.
That was a really good day.
No, but the best was a couple of days ago when this young Swiss guy, Hershey, went into the breakaway solo for 90 kilometers and get pips on the line.
Oh,
How depressing is that?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's the guy that got caught, right? And then he sprinted to try to take the win. Is that the one?
Yeah, he was, a reduced group caught him.
Yeah.
He sat in and then sprinted it out with him.
It was so close too. That was a monster ride for that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone wanted him to have it, but I couldn't.
Martin, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the like.
Yeah, where's Martin been? There's some photos that came up of him doing some mountain biking. That was pretty cool.
Is he riding again?
Yeah. He's still recovering from his like 48-hour race.
I thought he was running. Maybe a different Martin.
He's like done for the year.
Yeah, Martin Walker, not Firestone.
Oh, okay. I was like, he's not in my basement.
He's not
He's not in the basement.
Like, where's Firestone?
He only ever rides when he's in my basement and I need him to heat my house. So the wind was so crazy here yesterday that apparently it knocked out power for like 175,000 homes in the Salt Lake Valley.
Wow.
Wow. How windy, Justin? 50?
I heard there was
I think there's
in
90
some
mile an
places
hour
gust up. I heard in some places 90, other places 60, most everywhere 20 to 30. Like there was a stretch of narrow valley where there was a bunch of semi trucks that were not loaded, and they are a much greater risk of tipping when they're not loaded. And there was like 10 semis blown over.
Oh, wow.
Great day to Strava hunt.
Oh my god. Strava hunt, like grave. I'd call it grave searching, dude.
With your disc wheel on.
Do not put the discs on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a death wish.
Crazy.
Where'd I spend all my drops? Where'd I spend all my drops?
Man, the power going out is kind of like Justin sprinting. Breaking power meters when you sprint.
Breaking pedals, yeah.
Breaking pedals, breaking power meters.
We had a
Breaking
Matt's got an interesting question. He asked, when you're explaining, not Matt Johnson,
Oh.
Matt J on Twitch, when you're explaining to a friend about Zwift, would you rather first tell him how to install Zwift or how to properly mount his bike to the trainer? I'd say it depends on the friend.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a boomer like Matt Johnson, then I'll probably spend a week teaching him how to install it, the app.
Thanks, Justin.
So
Thanks, guys.
At one time there was a trainer available in Aldi. If you looked on the photograph on the box, they had the trainer on the front wheel.
Oh no.
Oh,
Really?
oh no. That would be. That would be hard.
Oh no. The beginning of the tide.
How's the tide?
The beginning of the tide is here. Does that mean we're gonna start eating Tide Pods? Is that what that means?
Just for you.
Might as well. 2020.
What is Zwift, Onyx says?
It's gonna go bad when I go out. Bang.
Jason, did you see Allison's comment about Soul Cycling and ODZ?
Yeah, I think that's an ODZ product.
What is good?
You should comment in there.
None of us have corrected her.
No. Where was that comment?
So I went to the comments on her Facebook post of her video.
Oh, okay. Got
It was shared in Zwift Hype as well, and they were all like, "Oh
What
my
is this?
gosh, Frank! Doesn't matter what you call it, it still sucks, Frank."
Aw.
Jeez, people.
Onyx says that he has a Cascade Pods have a slight lemon flavour. Might be better than Tide Pods.
Oh, there you go.
So that's a good tip right there. Speaking of lemon, I'm making those blueberry chocolate rice cakes for ODivaZ, and you have a little bit of hint of lemon in there.
Yeah, they're good.
I heard that the government funding is for Tide Pods for schooling. Every day when you show up to school, you have a Tide Pod on your desk.
Oh,
You have
no.
to eat it before you start the day.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Keeps you
terrible.
fresh. Keeps you fresh all day.
Yeah.
So Matcha didn't like the answer. He wants to know what's first. Let's say it's a normal friend who knows the basics about Zwift.
Oh yeah.
If he knows the basics about Zwift, then he should be able to figure out how to install it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not that hard. You go to an app store and you click install.
That one's pretty simple. Yeah. That's pretty simple.
I feel like if you don't know that, you probably should be watching the tour where Lance is winning.
Tell him, if he can hear me, the harder part is doing the connection part. If you're using
Yeah.
the cable with the dongle to not having it. It's
Yeah,
not connected
pairing
to
it,
the Bluetooth.
totally. Getting your
Yeah.
sensors paired is the hard part, honestly. Yep.
Yeah.
So just remember, whenever you play Zwift, turn off the Wi-Fi, turn off your phone, turn off the microwave, turn everything off.
Putting your power to your house.
Onyx says, TeamODZ does not condone or support the consumption of Tide Pods or Cascade Pods. If you wish to test said product, please do at your own risk. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Onyx.
Good one.
Good morning.
Awesome one, Onyx. All right, thanks guys for joining us on the stream today. Thanks, Onyx, Shane, Jerry, Mum, Frank. I think I've got everyone. If I've missed anyone out, I do apologise. Thank you very much for joining and watching. We're going to shut the stream down now. Jason will be on very, very shortly. Okay, thanks everybody. Take care.